हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू माय स्ट्रीम। और अपन कॉल ऑफ द एल्डर गॉड्स खेल रहे थे, तो ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं, अपने गेम को कंटिन्यू करते हैं अपन। काफ़ी खतरनाक सा ये पजल है जो है सामने अपने। पोजीशन नेम, रोल कोड नेम। हम्म। भाई ऐसे क्या मतलब है बनाने का कि आदमी को इतना हार्ड टाइम दे दो तुम हैं? भाई गेम को गेम जैसे बनाओ कि आदमी इंजॉय कर सके। तुम तो साले भाई प्रेशर दे रहे हो एग्ज़ाम का, बिल्कुल नहीं फेल हो जाओगे जैसे, बिल्कुल नहीं। क्या मतलब है ऐसा? ऐसा मतलब क्या है?
Nope, I'm getting something wrong.
अबे यार, वही हो रहा हूँ मैं। एक, तीन, दो, एक, दो, तीन, चार, पाँच। अच्छा एक, तो मैंने तीन दो बार कर दिए क्या? ओके, शायद से अब सही है। नाइस।
That elevator. It must be the access to Bowen's office. Evangeline has to be there. I'm sure of it.
भाई ऐसे गेम मत बनाओ यार, एकदम हार्ड टाइम वाले गेम्स में कुछ अच्छे नहीं लगते।
As he rode the elevator up, Harry regretted not bringing a weapon. What if Bowen was still up there?
All right. Let's see what you're hiding here, you scoundrel. Consciousness exchange? Is he talking about mind swapping? Apparently that John Teague was Fornax, another cult member. So the cult was on the expedition along with Peasley. How long have they been behind all this? Spitsbergen. That's the place in Norway Evangeline mentioned. Say, isn't that Senator McCarthy?
Indeed. Caleb's friend.
That doesn't sound good at all. And what's this Azathoth business? I knew Bowen would never abandon his Nazi pals. This creature seems vaguely familiar. Dr. West?
A human name is manuscript from 250 million years ago. भाई भाई कुछ लफड़ा है।
Evangeline had to be on the other side of that door, no doubt about it. But Harry stopped before entering. Was there anything left for him to find in Caleb Bowen's office?
There may be something important here. I can come back later.
Evangeline had to be on the other side of that door, no doubt about it. But Harry stopped before entering. Was there anything left for him to find in Caleb Bowen's office?
Please be all right, Evangeline. Let's go, Miss Drayton. We have to get out of here.
Look, it's the engineer. I've seen one of those creatures before. In my dreams. In the Stone City, in the jungle. He spoke to me in my dreams, Professor. I have
Forget about it, Miss Drayton. We have to call the police and...
Calling the police won't do any good, Professor. We have to go to Spitzbergen. I need to talk with him, with the great engineer.
Miss Drayton, don't you realize this doesn't make any sense? We can't chase Bowen and his...
No, you don't understand. Bowen isn't in Spitzbergen. He's on his way to the city, on his way to Nicotis.
Harry couldn't believe what he had just heard. Evangeline had mentioned a place he had known in dreams, long ago. So long ago, he had nearly forgotten it.
I had a strange dream today. I was inside a vast library and gazed at vistas of another world.
All these questions came crashing down on Harry. And suddenly, he wasn't so convinced anymore. Before boarding the plane to Norway, Evie and Harry talked about the trip. About where they'd be stopping over. About what they'd do once they got to Spitzbergen. They talked about bringing plenty of warm clothing and gear and supplies to make it through. They talked about getting their documents and passports in order. They even talked about the strange city they had both dreamt of. But Evie knew there was something they hadn't talked about. A question she didn't know how to ask the professor, because every time she'd tried, the right words never came out. But a long flight leaves plenty of time to think.
Professor?
Yes?
When I was being held by that man, Bowen, he showed me a picture of you. A picture of you and my father in the Pacific. Did you know my father, Professor?
And then it was Harry who didn't know how to find the right words. Because even though he'd been waiting years for that question, he still didn't know how to answer it. Evie took Harry's silence as a yes.
Don't you think you at least owe me an explanation for all of this?
Yes. Yes. Of course, but... Look, I wanted to.
You wanted what? Just talk, for God's sake.
All right. I'll explain everything.
Good. We've got plenty of time to spare before we land.
My wife, Nora, was diagnosed with an incurable disease. The same hereditary illness of unknown origin that had struck her mother before her. The doctors had no answer. So I decided to find it myself. I never imagined the answer would take me so far away. To a remote island in the Pacific. Back then, I didn't have the financial independence I have now. So I had to raise money and put a team together. Do you remember the night before your father left for work in San Francisco? You were probably 5 or 6 years old.
Oh, God. Yes, I remember. I remember a beautiful, dark-haired woman, a nervous, scrawny guy, and a man who seemed really happy about something.
I'll never forget those words. You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested, by any chance, in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific? That's right. Frank agreed to come with us to the island. It pained him to leave you and your mother back in Mississippi, but he needed the money and I was paying very well. But that island wasn't what we expected. There was something there that... Let's just say there are forces in this world that mankind ought not to meddle with, Miss Drayton. Things like the black ooze, and on that island, it was everywhere. I told you, it's the most dangerous substance I've ever come across. We found that out when one of the expedition members came into contact with it. It was him, driven mad, who attacked your father. Just a shallow cut with an ancient dagger, but enough to infect him with that black liquid. That is what took Frank's life. I did what I could to look after him, but that infection, it was beyond anything I could handle. His final words still haunt me. Harry, please look after my wife and my little girl. And that's what I've been trying to do all these years, though evidently not as well as I might have done.
Evie was speechless. She could not believe it.
Take care of me? What are you talking about? I just met you a week ago. I've never had anyone except my mother. And the only help we ever got was from the insurance checks. What kind of help are you—
There was no insurance, Evangeline.
What?
Harry decided that since he'd started telling the truth, he wouldn't stop halfway.
I am the Hydrangea Foundation. Hydrangeas were just Nora's favorite flowers, that's all.
And then Evie understood. She understood the strange and painful sacrifice that man had made.
I wasn't the one who drove that dagger into your father, but I dragged him to that island and didn't listen when he told me we had to leave.
Harry had spent a long time avoiding the truth of what had happened nearly 30 years before on that island in the Pacific. But for the first time in ages, he was forced to face it.
So yes, your father died because of me. I can't tell you how sorry I am. I won't be so foolish as to ask for your forgiveness. I know I have no right to it. I understand how you must feel now. I understand that you hate me.
Maybe you have no right to ask for it, but I forgive you, Professor.
You forgive me? But why?
Well, first of all, I'm a Christian, so I believe in forgiveness and everything that comes with it. And second, because we all make mistakes, Professor. You've made plenty of them. Grave mistakes that came at a high price. But it's not up to me to judge you. Maybe you should forgive yourself, Professor. You've been torturing yourself for 23 years. Isn't that enough self-punishment?
Harry was puzzled. He hadn't expected this. In a strange way, Evie's forgiveness made him feel uncomfortable. Didn't he deserve punishment for what he'd done? Evie's decision had made him doubt. Perhaps it was time to move on.
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
I'm sure I am. Believe me.
And after that, Evie and Harry remained silent for the rest of the flight. Despite having talked about it, Evangeline and Harry were not prepared for the freezing cold they would face on that remote Norwegian island. Although weather would be the least of their problems in that place.
God, this is unbearable. Professor, are you sure you're all right? You should have brought a couple more layers.
Don't worry, Miss Drayton. I'll be fine.
Harry hadn't always been like that. He used to like heat. But 3 months stranded on a Pacific island had changed his preferences.
What we saw in Bowen's office? The Black Pharaoh, Azathoth, and all that? What do you think it means?
Just the ramblings of a madman, I'm sure of it. I'm actually more worried about the other things. Spitzbergen, the statue, your memory loss, and your dreams about that creature. Too much of a coincidence, isn't it? This sign, it's written in Norwegian. I guess we're close.
Do you really believe it's possible to switch minds?
Honestly, Miss Drayton, I have no clue what we're dealing with. But whatever it is, we'd better stop Bowen as soon as possible.
Here it is, the radio station.
The storm is getting stronger.
We'd better stay close to each other, Professor.
This looks like the station's garage. I wonder why they left the vehicle. It's not working. The entry post is completely wrecked. What happened here? It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked. It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked. It's not working. This storage room's a complete mess.
Like everything else in the station, it seems. I can see some banners on the building. They look like... oh.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
Just as I thought. No power in here.
Is there any... This might come in handy, but not right now. I need to get the power on in here first. I'll have to take a look at it later. Right now, I need to get the power running in this station. Not yet. This machinery hasn't been used for years. All of these rusty gadgets are useless. No, the door won't budge. If there's a key, there must be a generator here somewhere. Evangeline, I see a...
Harry hesitated to say the words because of how absurd they might sound.
spaceship of some sort?
A spaceship? You mean like a flying saucer?
Interesting. Very interesting. But it won't help me bring the power back on.
Where?
Not yet. I've got to get the generator running before I can get any work done.
जनरेटर रूम जाना है मेरे को ना, पहले जनरेटर रूम देखना पड़ेगा अपना। जनरेटर रूम
No, the door won't budge. All of these rusty gadgets are useless.
ये है जनरेटर रूम। यप,
Hey, what the?
The current must have caused a power surge in that distribution panel up there. Let me take a look. Maybe I can fix it. Okay. Darn it. This fuse box is sealed. You don't happen to have a screwdriver on you, do you? Perfect. This'll do. An old fuse box. And it looks like it still works. Even after years under this weather.
Never doubt German engineering. What's the problem?
Well, the whole base runs on an interlock circuit.
What does that mean? I know nothing of technical stuff, and you know it.
It means that for the power to reach the antenna, you'll have to manually turn on each switch in order.
You mean I have to look for switches all over the base?
That's right. I'll route the power from this fuse box, and then you turn it on.
Fine. Stay put. I'll get back to you.
Your turn, Professor.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, It's up to you now, Evangeline.
Up to you now, Professor.
It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked. This storage room's a complete mess.
Like everything else in the station, it seems.
All of these rusty gadgets are useless. I'll have have to take a look at it later. Right now, I need to get the power running in this station. No, the door won't budge. Please, by all means.
You're in charge now.
गड़बड़ कर दी मैंने.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Your turn, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
The entry post is completely wrecked. What happened here? It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked.
Up to you now, Professor.
Your turn, Evangeline.
You're in charge now.
नौटंकी है.
Please, by all means.
Your turn, Professor.
क्या करना है इसको?
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
Up to you now, Professor.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on.
कर तो रहा है ये.
Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay. You're in charge now.
It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked. There are way too many beds for a simple radio station.
That would back up what Bowen said. That this place was just a cover-up.
लाइट नहीं जल रही.
This storage room's a complete mess.
Like everything else in the station, it seems.
इधर से इधर गया है ना. ये वाले को बंद करना पड़ेगा लग रहा है. इसको बंद करना पड़ेगा.
Your turn, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
कहाँ जल रहा है? भाई इधर से पीछे से भी आ रहा है इसमें.
turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
The mess hall. Or what's left of it.
Please, by all means.
Up to you now, Professor.
Your turn, Evangeline.
You're in charge now.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
तो इसमें 2 पावर मांग रहा है।
Your turn, Professor.
Yes, we did it.
We're good. Power's on. I'm heading back to the antenna, Professor.
Okay, Evangeline. Huh. Wasn't expecting to see one of these here.
What are you talking about?
It's an Enigma machine. A message encryption device the Nazis used to encode top-secret messages.
But how could you possibly know that?
I worked in intelligence during World War II. Obviously, I was too old to be sent to the front lines. And I can't see a thing without my glasses. The SSA, Signal Security Agency. Russell's desk is always a mess. He's probably on a cigarette break. I guess this lifts other people's spirits, not mine. Hendricks requested a transfer to Europe last week. He's a man of action, no doubt about it. This is the message that needs to be deciphered. Ah, the set of components that makes Enigma's encryption possible. Ah, I always keep this photograph close. Enigma decoding instructions. I don't rightly know what we'd have done without Turing and his people over at Bletchley Park. I really doubt this is how Nora pictures my work here at Fort Meade, but she does love to tease me. worked hand in hand with the Brits.
Interchangeable rotor discs. Second, first, second, third. थर्टीन नंबर है ना, तो 312।
They'd already managed to crack Enigma, so we hoped their work could help us break JN-25, the Japanese naval encryption system.
वन 11:23 1:11:23 1:11:23 312 312 oh 312 अब है ना 1:11:23 1 No. 1:11:23 No. Set the Enigma machine for the following message. ये मैसेज देना है मेरे को GMR अरे बाप रे GMR देना है। ये है GMR 25वां नंबर 312 सही है। GMR है तुम्हारा 1526 1526 अबे GMR है ना। ये क्या कर रहा है भाई? ओ GMR है ना। GMR, मैंने GMR तो सी रखा है। GMR ये है 25 नंबर। UAWF UAW अबे लो, अब इसमें क्या करना है? GMR नाइस।
Excellent. I think I solved it. Maybe we can use their deconstruction process and adapt it to crack the Japanese ciphers. Of course, it was hard leaving Nora alone at home. But she insisted. She knew I could help our country fight the Axis. So my only condition for working at Fort Meade was that my wife could contact me whenever she needed. Yes?
Hello, my dear old pal.
Nora, it's so good to hear your voice.
How are things going over there, my love?
Well, you know they won't let me tell you anything about what I do here, but we're making progress. Mostly thanks to the British.
Blimey, who'd have thought the bloomin' Brits saving our hides?
Yes, they are, Nora. How are you feeling today? Have you had any fever this morning, or...?
I'm fine, Harry. I'm more worried about you, actually. How are they treating you in Maryland? Are you eating well?
Yes, I can't complain, but I feel like I'm wasting our time. I should be making the most of every day there with you instead of...
Listen to me, Harry. We both know there will come a day when I won't be by your side anymore. But it doesn't make sense to live waiting for that moment. Besides, you're not going to live forever either, old pal. One day you'll kick the bucket too. You know that?
Oh, that's what I call a cold comfort.
Why? What do you think happens when we die?
There has to be something more.
Oh? You mean like heaven?
Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting St. Peter to open the pearly gates for me, or walking on clouds or any of that, but maybe what we call heaven is just a good moment that repeats over and over again. Like, I don't know, the early days of our newlywed life in Englewood. We were so young back then, and we didn't know about your illness yet. I don't know if this is just a belief or mere hope, but...
Then, I promise you that when the time comes, I'll be waiting for you in our house in Englewood.
Let's talk about something else. All right, Nora? Because if we keep this up, I'm going to burst into tears and lose whatever little respect the army boys at Fort Meade have for me.
All right, darling. I'll let you get back to it. Crack those codes, Commander Everhart. All of America is counting on you.
I'll try my best. I love you, Nora.
And I love you, Harry. I'll talk to you soon.
This encrypted message is rather short. I wonder what it contains. No use. It's encrypted. An encrypted message. Januar 1943. That means January 1943.
Well, yeah. That one's not too hard to guess.
Februar 1943.
That's February 43, right?
There's some sort of cable.
UZW. UZW किधर है भैया? जी है। UZW का है इसका 231। पहले 231 करना है। UZW का 23-13-2 23-13-2 ठीक है। आ जाओ GEFM। अरे क्या हो सकता है? इससे कैसे हो गया भाई? ये कैसे हो गया? क्या रही मुझे जनवरी का चाहिए। जनवरी का ले लेते हैं।
What on earth were they doing in this place? It's the Dienstausweis of an SS Oberstgruppenführer. Some Otto Adler. This guy looks like a bureaucrat. A monocle. He must be upper class. What a creepy looking face he has. That guy with the white hair must be the senior one. Looks like a workers' registry from 1943. This Voight fella doesn't sound too happy. Someone must have gotten some dates wrong. Looks like a workers' registry from 1943. Operation Weserübung. The Nazi occupation of Northern Europe. Boy, this radio station gets creepier every minute.
Yes, I can feel a shiver down my